the stream. This is a flight, hopefully a longer flight than we did yesterday. This time with Eurofly. Again, Marshall is here, hopefully for the first hour of the stream, until he has to go, but it really depends. We are going in an Airbus A320 to Malaga from Leeds Bradford Airport. So yeah, it's with Eurofly, but like I've possibly mentioned, I've spent a while with Marshall modding Eurofly so that it has better sounds for like flaps, gear, warnings, aircraft, although this is going to be the default A320. So if you are used to Eurofly or you've flown with it before and thought it's a bit unrealistic, good. If you've flown with it before and thought it's a bit unrealistic, then yeah, it definitely is unrealistic, but we have tried to make it just a bit more real world with sound. So we are sat in the cockpit at Leeds Bradford Airport, which is why there's quite a lot of noise with the radios in the background and the other aircrafts. We have the doors shut, I think, at the moment, but we're just going to get ready. I haven't done any flight planning yet, so or you know, set it up. So I'm just going to be doing that right from the start of this video to show you what it's like, how you do it. So
menu.
Let's
menu.
exit that. Oh, okay. That was a mistake. We've just clicked on donate.
No!
It's alright. Right,
What's
okay.
that for now?
Zero.
It's alright. You have to put your credit card details in or whatever, so we won't be donating. Although I would encourage anyone to donate, because MVD is a great application, but I wasn't trying to do that then. Right, let's just get rid of this frequency noise first, because it's quite loud. I don't know how well you can hear me.
New
but
123.1.
right,
Enter
so
frequency.
that was 123.1.
Squawk 2686.
Okay, 2686.
Identification confirmed.
Co-pilot and air traffic controller, so
Yeah, Marshall's just going to be making sure I'm doing everything right. If you're not accustomed to Eurofly or FSX, I'll hopefully be doing tutorials in the future on how to do it, but like this is just sort of, you know, if you don't understand what I'm doing, you can just sit back and enjoy it. If you do, then it's just something to listen to in the background. Like I say, Eurofly is nowhere near as realistic, but it's just, this is going to be more of a light-hearted, enjoyable flight. Okay, we've got some very loud weather sounds, which isn't so good. I wish they'd go away, but I'm going to try and make this as realistic as possible, so we're going to leave the weather as it is. Okay, firstly we will put the seat belts on with Control B.
530.
Seatbelt signs are on. And our seat belts are on. Right, we will open the doors. The doors are open if you heard the new sound effect, and we will board the passengers. And we also have a new sound effect for that. It's very loud now. I'm just going to change the weather just for the sake of... Go away. Go away, weather. Okay. It won't actually let me change the weather there, but hopefully you can still hear me. Yeah, there we go. The weather's died down. Passengers are boarding the A320 here.
before startup checklist.
112.
Right, we have 112 people. Let's close the doors. So you should be able to hear them inside, which is quite nice. Right, let's sort out our fuel. So firstly, let's set our destination. We're going to Malaga.
Africa.
So FA,
Europe.
Europe, UK.
England.
No, you don't want to do that, do you?
England.
Oh, good point, yeah. I'm so used to doing that.
England.
Right, let's
UK.
go out of UK.
30. England. UK.
Go out of that, there we go.
Europe.
Spain.
San Marino. Serbia. Slovakia. Slovenia. Spain.
Right, there's Spain.
Spain. Madrid Barajas, Malaga.
There we go.
1,923 kilometers.
Right, we'll set that. So it's Malaga is 1,923 kilometres away. So we need enough fuel for that. I'm just going to load. Oops. Let's say I flew with this earlier. 7,000 litres first.
Zero.
Or what you have in this game. So let's just see and notice a new sound as well. That was actually someone else's sound, not my own. I won't take credit for that. It's not the worst fueling sound in the world anyway. Right, let's go down to range.
Current range.
In the properties.
Current range 1,972.
Right, so with that fuel we just have enough. I want a little bit more just to make sure.
7,100.
So let's just give it another 1,900 or 1,900.
9,000.
So we have 9,000, just so we've got a good round number, and that should give us a range.
Current landing gear. Current range 2,500.
Yeah, 2,500. So that's way more than we need. That's about 500 kilometres of.
Yeah, we've got enough to get there and get back.
Well, we haven't quite got that much, but we've got enough to go to an alternate airport. Not that we would really need to do that, or just or fly around or whatever. So we will start up the engines. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear these.
I don't need to yell clear because this is a jet plane.
Right, you might be able to hear the engines are started. So we have everything set. Let's request takeoff clearance.
SK737, you are cleared to take off from runway B1.
Okay, we've got a bit of taxiing to do. Let's release the brakes. Let's push forward on the throttle.
Warning.
You might be able to hear us accelerating.
88.
Right, we're a little bit higher on the
Ladies and
speed there.
gentlemen,
That's the flight attendant.
Eurofly aircraft. We will be
76.
taking off in a
Right.
few minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
So we'll leave the power there. We're travelling at about 70 kilometres per hour, just over. And we will just keep taxiing to B1, which is a little bit further.
And to make it as realistic as is possible, we'll get the V speeds in knots and things. 'Cause I've got my iPad here.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay then. This plane is very automated. It is in real life, so I will set it to climb to 500 before we even get off the ground, because that will just make things easier for us as well. And we will actually engage
Automatic navigation on.
auto nav, which will make sure that we are on course. I think we're probably near B1, so I'm just going to
60.
back up power a bit and see. I'm not sure whether we are. Yeah, there's B1. Let's pull back the power.
Obviously, don't take off straight away because I've got to give you your IFR clearance that I filed for you.
Oh, you're going to narrate IFR clearance, are you?
SK737 is cleared to the Malaga airport as filed. Fly runway heading.
SK737,
Time of
all runways are currently in use.
500
Please try
feet,
again in a moment.
500 meters. Departure frequency is 123.3. Squawk is already set.
Okay, so they just took away our takeoff clearance, but that's just because we had to taxi. So let's turn left onto B1 here. Let's just check our aircraft
Green light.
properties.
Airport, pilot,
So we know
Airbus
about that.
number of seats, number of passengers.
112 passengers.
Starting weight, current weight,
Weight about
77.3.
77.
Maximum airspeed,
Airspeed
870
870.
kilometers. Maximum altitude, 12,500.
That's our maximum altitude, 12,500.
Takeoff. Current
Just
takeoff
get our
speed,
V2.
255 kilometers
So about
per hour.
255, obviously 20 below or under is actually okay. It's just around there. So, that
That's
is...
255 kilometers an hour in knots.
Oh, okay, we're doing it in knots, okay, yeah.
B1. B1.
What is 245 kilometers per hour in knots?
B1.
245 kilometers per hour.
B1.
245.
Right, if it won't do it, we'll just go.
B1.
Right, V1 is 245 sorry, V1 is 235 kilometers per hour.
B1.
VR 245, V2 255.
Okay,
B1.
okay. I probably
And
won't
expect-
actually rotate because I'll set the altitude before we go. Right,
Current landing airspeed. Fuel tank.
we've got that.
Fuel level. Current
We've
range.
checked our current range,
2000
we've
feet. The door
done.
is closed.
The doors are
B1.
closed, brakes are deactivated,
Flaps are retracted.
flaps are retracted, so
B1.
we
Landing
will
gear.
do
The
that.
belt is fastened.
Belts are
Audio
on.
navigator is on.
Okay, right, so flaps. This is a new sound as well.
Done.
You can probably hear those rumbling out, which is a lot better.
B1.
I still wish you could set flaps, the notches of flaps, and not just full
B1.
flaps. But, okay. So we're about ready to go. I will set in the
Enter
auto
the
altitude,
altitude.
500.
500.
Oh, and when we get in the air, remind me, I will update you on my progress with getting video for the channel. Right, let's request takeoff clearance again. I wish all these other planes would shut up coming past, it's a bit loud.
SK737, you are cleared to take off from runway B1.
Right, we will apply full power. Are you ready?
B1.
Heels on the
Okay.
floor.
We're
full
at 12
power.
degrees because of the auto altitude, but we will still get airborne still. Full power,
Expect flight level
B1.
30010 minutes
Yeah,
after
we're going.
departure.
B1.
Expect 30,000 feet.
We'll expect
in
it,
10
let's get in
minutes.
the air first.
112.
Right,
117.
check our speed.
100 and 104, 150,
As soon as we get
106,
to the right speed,
108, 100,
probably hear the
180.
200 and 200 and 200
Right, check our
/0/2/1
And we're airborne.
V2.
SK737,
Flaps.
climb and
Gear.
continue heading west.
251.
Right, we're at 251, so we are just add a little bit more power and we'll be exactly there.
37.
And
Takeoff
takeoff successful.
SK737,
Auto nav is
climb to
turning us
500
towards our
and set heading towards your
destination.
destination.
climb power. We'll just set more power for that. There. Okay. Let's go to about
325, 340 dead
a
line
bit
1.
more. There we go.
200.
Climbing nicely there. We should be. Yeah, we're already on course for our destination because of auto nav. So yeah, that was a good takeoff. Nothing wrong with that.
Still live, by the way.
Good. I'm getting more confident with this OPS program now. I've actually used it a bit. That it will actually just keep the stream going for as long as I need to. Right, did we reach 500? Yeah, we did.
SK737, continue
Let's
on your
increase our
present
power.
course and altitude.
And as well for people who use Eurofly, which is probably, you know, quite a few, quite a few people, if you know what I mean, there's not many of you. If you get the transceiver pack, right, now she stopped talking. If you get the transceiver pack for ATC, it does make things a lot more realistic because then whatever country you're in, you actually get ATC for that country.
Yeah.
That's what you hear.
SK737, climb and maintain 11,000.
Right, cruising altitude of 11,000 meters.
Here we go.
We'll put into the
11,000.
auto altitude. I'll set power. I won't go to full power quite. Just we'll just have a nice cruise here.
It won't be good for the engines.
834, 845 cross.
Now this talky talk.
Entering with turbulence.
849
About 850.
850 crosswind.
There we go. Level at 50 there. I think the engines are, yeah, they're at full volume, I was just checking. So, yeah, there's not a lot for us to do now because we have auto systems. It's just going to climb, we'll just monitor where we're flying over. You can hear the bustle of the cabin sounds in the background. We'll turn the seatbelts off. I like to think of those as the seatbelt signs, even though they're the actual belt, because it just makes it a little bit more realistic. So let's see how long till our destination.
1,896 kilometers, Malaga to HR, 13 minutes.
2 hours and 13 minutes, so we've got quite a long flight ahead of us, but we've set up for it. And that's about right, really. Should be landing about 10 PM my time zone.
3,000
And I'll get that in Spanish time.
Okay. Right.
3,468
Right, okay, that's good. We're climbing through about 3,500 metres for our cruise.
I'd say probably about 11 PM.
Yeah, I think they're usually an hour ahead.
Yeah, so I'd say about 11 PM.
Yeah, yeah.
Espanol.
So, I haven't used the Leeds Bradford airport that much,
Set
really.
frequency.
Oh, okay, and I also added those beep sounds into some of the warnings, as you probably can hear. Right.
New 122.7.
122.7. And when we climbed out, you might have
Out of
heard
clouds.
the new gear sound as well. I won't do the gear right now because we don't need to, but when we land, if you listen for that, you might hear that we changed the gear.
Yeah.
We
better
changed a
not
lot of
mess-
sounds. I'll
Better not mess with the gear now, otherwise we'll rip it off.
well, yes, in real life you would, yeah.
Derbyshire.
I could show you some of the warnings on the approach. If I fly a bit too low, you'll see the... Oh, I'm on frequency.
Enter the code.
2665.
2665 is in the box.
That part of Eurofly isn't realistic really either. You wouldn't usually squawk at every airport, you just have one squawk code. But yeah, we also added a new nose warning for it, so if you've got your nose too low or too high, we use the TCAS parts of the aircraft systems, if you're familiar with those, where it says adjust vertical speed, adjust, so we put that in there because obviously vertical speed is your up and down speed, so that would sort of make sense for that.
And don't sink. Got don't sink in there as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
10 degrees, Fox Indica.
Fighter 712 clear back B5.
Yeah, we're still live.
8,018 slack.
Climbing to about 80,000 metres, so about almost 25,000 feet. So we're doing quite well.
66 kilometers, 6 minutes, 3
6 minutes we've been in the air, so yeah. I don't think they'd usually climb at this speed. We're climbing quite fast, but it's alright. Right.
Which airport are you on frequency at?
Manchester, 32.
I think in a minute Manchester will contact us.
Oh,
What's wrong with Manchester?
I don't like flying into there after what happened. I did a go around.
Oh right, yeah. I see.
I was in a Cessna 152, and
Yeah, I should say for Eurofly, just to make it a bit more realistic, if you go onto the audio games topic, if anyone's watching who wants them, there is a audio and aircraft folder that I just put the links there for. Oh, okay, we were on Manchester's frequency, weren't we? So they've just gone. Yeah, there's an aircraft and audio folder for Eurofly if you want these new sounds. There's a load of new aircraft as well with sounds for the defaults. But this default A320 is pretty good for sounds. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
but no, it's it's just a school night. I'm in a Cessna 152. BBC News is on in the background as always, and what made it even worse for me was I was just about to land.
Oh.
And I was just like, I'm not having that. We're going around.
Yeah. Okay.
I always dread entering their airspace from now.
11,000 and
Yep, we are at 11,000 meters, so we are at cruise. But they'll probably move us up and down just to be annoying.
Frequency.
Oh, there we go. Right, frequency
New 118.0.
118.0
118.0.
for whatever airport they're going to is going to contact us here.
Also current heading.
187. 187.
Oh, so
187, yeah.
southwest. Departure.
Yeah. Never actually done this flight in real life, but I have flown to Spain. I've flown to the Canary Islands. I've flown to yeah, that's it in Spain. But a lot of these types of flights, just you know, short kind of 3-4 hour flights in the Airbus and the Boeing.
I remember once I did a Cessna 172 from Mallorca. That took about 5 hours.
What, to the UK?
Yeah.
Surprised we even had enough fuel for that. I would
We
put
were
some music on, but I don't want to get like copyrighted or anything. I mean, I probably could do, but I do like the Spanish music on the Eurofly that they have. I don't know why. I just like it. It's just good. It's just like okay to listen to that. So maybe when we get into Spanish airspace, I'll just put that on. But we'll see.
Yeah, and when we get over the water, you can probably put that on.
Yeah, they have some ocean sounds. They're a bit boring, but they're alright. I'm not quite sure how you'd hear the ocean sounds from about 35,000 feet or whatever we're at, but there we go. I suppose it's an audio way of telling you that you're over the sea.
Yeah.
But I don't usually have the music on here, because especially over countries like the UK and you know, all places like that, a lot of countries don't have music, so it's just the defaults. Some of the music's awful. Or questionable, to say the least. Right, how
Yeah.
far have we flown?
123 kilometers, 10 minutes, 25
Oh, not bad.
SEC.
You can probably hear
I
the
remember-
cabin noises in the background as well.
Yeah.
Which
I
are
remember
newly
once as
added.
well, I was in a Cirrus.
You have entered the
SR
airspace of a new airport. Squawk 4916.
Right, 4,
9, 1,
6.
6.
Identification confirmed.
That's a very loud tower.
SK737, descend to 8,000.
How did I know that would happen?
Altitude.
They do this, they just yank you up and down like it's why? This isn't realistic, just leave us at cruise.
Yeah. That would give people an unpleasant altitude decrease.
It's alright, auto altitude is doing this, so as usual it's sensible auto altitude which does it at 15 degrees.
35 uniform Delta.
Yeah.
Continues to lap mole and descend by level 60.
Walsall.
But
Oh, we're over Warsaw.
yeah. I remember once I was in a Cirrus SR22. It was at the weekend, and I literally started the audio recording when I started up and stopped it when I shut down. It was on for about 2 hours, and I basically flew. I think I parked in Scotland somewhere. I flew down to East Midlands, which was which was the airport I used to operate out of until we got this new update. And did about 12 touch and goes.
Sandwell.
And then flew it back to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
So,
But this is the only reason I really like Eurofly, because it's just one of those things where I like flying, so it's a very, very laid back simulator. You just get in the air like this, and just kind of enjoy the seeing where you are, just the sounds of the aircraft, and that's about it. It's the same with FSX. When you're in cruise you don't do a lot, but it's just all the checklists and the ATC and everything.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
well, did you read Stefan's email? The developer. He sent an email out yesterday.
Yeah, the developer of Eurofly did say that he'd been busy this year and
City and Borough of
he planned to
Birmingham.
release a new version a while
Attention, you're
ago.
entering the turbulence.
June, I think he said. But he hadn't managed to do that, so he's hopefully going to get one out before the end of the year. So there might be some new updates there. I've constantly recommended things like checklists, like real world weather, you know, more sophisticated ATC and
SK737, climb and maintain 11,000.
Right, we're going back up.
Enter the Alt 1,
11.
1, 0.
Probably a Ryanair that was in the way.
Goodbye. The 9.175, can I take the
Yeah, they wouldn't really do that. They wouldn't usually give you a 9,000 foot drop in the middle of a flight. But Eurofly, the Eurofly developers' explanation is that it makes flights more interesting because you can, you know, there's still stuff to do with altitude. Well, my view on that is if you add more functions for the aircraft, then we can entertain ourselves.
And failures.
Well, yeah, we could have a failures mode. That would be interesting. But let's get the basics of flight sim right first.
Yeah.
But yeah, failures mode would also be good, interesting.
I'm sure if they do add a failures, we'll be streaming how to deal with various emergency situations.
Yeah. Oh, I should say also there's a live chat. If you go all the way down, there is a live chat at the bottom of the video. If you, just like you would usually comment, you can put something there into the live chat, and I'll check the live chat and I will be able to see it and either respond to you on the stream or reply in the live chat. So if you go there and put a message, I should see it because it's live. So I should be able to comment back to you. As for getting video, Eurofly, you don't really need video because it's just, you won't be able to see anything.
SK737, you are leaving the airspace of our airport. Please safe
1 second.
5394.
5394.
Identification confirmed.
Oh, that tower's a bit quieter. Yeah, you won't be able to see anything. You'll just see the word Eurofly, and then that'll be it. With FSX, you will.
SK737, descend to 6,000.
Why? What? Just leave me alone, please, with this plane. Just stop telling me to descend. You will
Just
be
on a
able.
-4 descent.
Yeah, well, we'll just get down and sort it. So you will be able to see something with the other flight simulator, FSX. You'll be able to see the plane and all the scenery. So I will try to get video to work. I've posted on topics and asked people. I've got a vague idea of how to do it because I found an article on the internet. So I'll have a look for the next time I do an FSX flight if I can get it to work. It's a bit of a pain with the screen reader accessibility software we use, but we can sort of do it. Yep. Oh damn, surely we can put like music on quietly in the background.
I wouldn't take any chances.
Who's going to find it? It's just going to be quiet for you. I'll stick some with it. It's not like I'm going to blast it. There'll be the aircraft over the top of it as well, so it's not like people are going to hear it.
Yeah, just don't mess with Blink 182. They are irate when it comes to copyright.
Are they? Well, that's a good thing, because I won't be putting them on.
Because one of the other channels I watch, he did a Blink 182 video, and it got about 75,000 views during the night. Next morning, it's gone.
Well, that's my theory as well. This video's, you know, with the status of this channel at the minute, it will be good if it gets 30 views, so I'm pretty sure no one's going to report it for having a bit of music on.
1700 for 4,000 road Captain Martin.
Silver 5 you're still on 0132-575.
Fire again, bye.
So aircraft there. But yeah, if you can hear it, the weather sounds at the back of the aircraft and stuff really do make this more realistic, because you can kind of hear the passengers.
Yeah, they're, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. They're very active in this flight, aren't they? By the sounds of it, if they were real, it's very like lots of moving around. Are we near an airport?
Gloucestershire.
Oh yeah, Gloucestershire Airport. Because I was just thinking, because there's a lot of aircraft. Right, I'm going to check the live chat.
I better check to see if we're still alive.
Yeah, we should be confident in this program.
I'm not confident in this Wi-Fi.
SK737, continue on your
Right,
present
check
course
the
and
live
altitude.
chat. So if anyone wants to... Oh! Imogen is there.
What does she say?
That's my sister. She's there. She's just says, tell them I commented. Well, hello, I see your comment.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
You've been mentioned on the stream. There you go.
You're a Bradford back.
And I think you'll probably like this flight more, Imogen, because it's not going to be a lot of aircraft stuff. It's just going to be a bit more talky, chatty kind of.
SK737, climb and maintain 11,000.
Right, now they want us to go back up. 11000.
11,000.
Yeah, and it's going near to
1443, good afternoon. Continue back to 1 Lima, descend flight level 120. 120 degrees, Ryder 7128, clear direct B-plan.
So if anyone else is watching, you can post in the live chat. If you are new, any questions you've got about this, or just to say hi so I know you're there and watching, post there. I've got it open. I can see if you post there. I'll check it every few minutes, every 5-10 minutes.
From Yankee, good day. Continue over here.
Where are we flying over next?
109 English Channel 7 minutes.
Oh, so we've got a bit of a trek across the UK now to the English Channel where we will fly over.
Wiltshire.
Over Wiltshire.
Whereabouts?
54 Yankee Alpha, line of runway 28 right.
Line of runway 28 away from 54 Yankee Alpha.
Whereabouts in Wiltshire are you?
SK737, you are leaving the airspace of our airport. We wish you a safe
You still hear me?
Whereabouts? Yeah, I've still got you. Whereabouts in
Wiltshire. Foxley.
Foxley.
Oh,
Wherever that is. Never
Set
heard
frequency.
of it. Oh, new frequency.
New 120.5.
120.5.
120.
Okay. Oh dear, we've only got one person watching us. That must just be Imogen.
come on! Invite more people to the stream.
Oh, I don't even know if we've got anyone watching us now. Oh, we might have. We'll see. I'll share the link to a few people. Just in case they don't realise we're live.
Who are we sharing the link with?
Oh, just a few family members. I did post this to the to audio games topic. I posted it to a blind pilot mailing list, so hopefully, as you know, at some point there'll be a few people who see this.
No, I'm sure there were people last night who were impressed on my knowledge of the 172.
Yeah, you're very knowledgeable with that. A lot of random facts and information about when we were doing the flight. That was a good flight, that was, with IYP. They don't always go well, but that one did. especially because it's so short. Sometimes short flights with IYP don't end well because of the fact that you have to get it up and down so quick. But hopefully I'll do a lot more live streams. I'll sometimes just upload videos, but usually live streams. Just with flights. You know, they might be short flights, just an hour. They might be long flights. You might have a 6-hour flight, mammoth stream. We are planning on doing a flight from London to Sydney in the 6-week holidays when we have a break from schooling. So
yeah.
We could, theoretically, stream it. Don't expect us to always be there, because it's a really long flight, so we're going to have to sleep at some point, or one of us is. So, you know, you won't...
and then you're not allowed to touch the controls for 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, the actual procedure, if you're actually a pilot, I think is something like you can sleep. You can actually sleep for a bit if the flight is over a certain amount of time, so you can sleep for like 50 minutes or something, then you can wake up, but you're not allowed to touch the controls for 20 minutes. Yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, when we actually really do the flight, we won't do that. We'll have more sleep than that. One of us will probably monitor the plane, but you know, we might not actually talk on the stream. We can always just, I can always just mute the thing and just leave you with the sound, and you can just dip in and out or just have it on in the background, because it will be a pretty much all day all night land the next day thing, so that will be a really big stream. If I actually decide to stream it, it really depends. I have to find a suitable time to do it when I'm not going to go out anywhere, I'm not going to do anything, and neither is Marshall.
Yeah.
Because I cannot sit there in front of a plane for almost 24 hours on Eurofly. I'll die of boredom probably, and lack of sleep. And also, obviously, you have to make sure you identify yourself and do squawk code, so someone always has to be there, because you know, you don't want to be losing a 15-hour flight you've already done just because you didn't enter a squawk code. That would be a real pain. Right, we're over Dorset apparently.
I suppose that isn't very realistic, because you wouldn't necessarily crash because you're not squawked.
Not necessarily, but what it's simulating is the fact that you are in contact with an ATC. If you don't respond to that ATC, there is a risk of crashing, because they can't vector you around aircraft, so that risk gets bigger when you're not in contact with them, because they will be telling you, especially if you're coming in on an approach or it's a very busy area, to watch out for the traffic. So if you don't contact them at all, then you've got a problem. Yes, in real life, other pilots would actually look for you and probably be able to see you and avoid you, and they would have TCAS on their aircraft as well, which is a collision avoidance system, but yeah.
But no, I've always recommended for this game fuel mixture, better engine and engine start up and stop sounds, better starting procedure.
Yeah, there were a lot of things.
Oh, there's two of you talking.
Yeah, I'm on frequency 038. What airport is that? I bet it's yeah, Bournemouth. Please don't tell me to climb or descend. Just leave me alone. But yeah, I mean, the only thing with this game is
enter the altitude. 808.
It is probably a bit more enjoyable than doing FSX in some ways. I love FSX for its realism and the sounds. I like this game for the fact you can just take off, mess about, have a bit of fun, land, and that's it. You know,
yeah, and obviously in FSX you can't get Mike to crash a plane easily if you can't fly at all.
It's one of the Eurofly is one of those games that you can play for like a few months, and then if you're not a real aviation kind of fan, then you will just kind of drop off it because it's boring. But because I love aviation, I just like the whole idea of doing flights. Like for some people, this idea of just sitting here and flying along would be boring, but I like this. I like just taking off, getting there, doing the whole the whole thing. And if they can make it even more realistic, then it'll be even better to do an actual flight.
Yeah, because it will probably be boring doing touch and goes, but that night I decided to start up just after I got out of St Ben, out of school, and you know,
they're going to leave us at 8,000, are they? Just because we've left their airspace.
You know, I decided to start up as soon as I got out of class, and I flew down from Edinburgh in a Cirrus SR-22, as I said before, down to the airport I usually operate from. In category 2 planes, and did about 12 touch and goes.
I did get a different shutdown sound, by the way, which was the applause sound, but someone made a sound folder on audio games, which wasn't me, but one of them was the applause sound effect, which usually when you touch down, everything's channel, when you touch down you get applause. Well, instead they added a shutdown sound for the engines, so it's a bit better, the shutdown. But I should show you some of the warnings, and I will do. I'll show you the descent warning if you have your nose angle too high or too low, basically. And I'll show you the too low pull-up warning on the approach. I'll just manually fly it down just a little bit too low. Right, I'm going to check the live chat if anyone's watching. If you want to post there, you can do. I will see it.
It's posted there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are comfortable and happy with our services.
Oh, we're now flying over the sea, are we?
The sea. The weather outside is very nice, and you can enjoy a nice view of the blue waters.
As I always say, well, I can't, so shut it. Right, I'll check the live chat. Oh, we haven't got any new live chatters.
Hey, we have or haven't?
We haven't.
No.
Oh, although a few family members have texted back saying they are tuned in. So they are tuned in. I can see you're both tuned in. Right, how much longer have we got?
1,534 kilometers, Malaga 1 HR 48 minutes.
1 hour and 48 minutes more. So we've actually got rid of quite a bit of distance there. Where are we headed after this?
97 Euro Guernsey 6 minutes.
Guernsey.
At least I'm not going to do my currency landings for a while.
Oh yeah, Marshall takes his whole thing to a new level. He does currency.
Yes.
You have to have a currency to fly. Yeah, if you're not familiar with aviation, you won't know what a currency is, but...
Every 90 days, you have to do 3 landings to be able to carry passengers.
Yeah.
And I got current... I know I did multi-engine currency only a few days ago, just because, you know, I was flying around. I didn't intend to do it, but obviously 3 landings logged, so that's it. You know what I mean? So obviously when I land at an airport to refuel or something.
Yep.
3 landings logged. I have done simulations with failures before, obviously not that failures are in the game yet.
I have experimented with this game a lot as well, you know, like fly up, cut the engines, try and pull it out of the fall that it's in, stalling it, just generally messing about with it really. What else have we done?
I know once...
Oh, we've done a few flights just to with this as well to mess about where we've had it where we haven't been able to look at certain indicators, like, you know, we can't look at speed or altitude. You have to try and gauge where you're ready to land.
Yeah.
Set
I
frequency.
tried to handle that in a Lockheed C5 Galaxy on Thursday.
It's a big plane, the C5 Galaxy.
120.9.
120.
No airport nearby.
I know
The
it
closest
didn't
is
end well.
St. Peter
Oh yeah, we're going towards St. Peter Port Airport, which is in Guernsey, which is why we just had to set the frequency. Those passengers seem very active. Fuel.
Get some sleep. It's 11 PM Spanish time.
7,300 something litres of fuel we've got. So we should be alright on fuel, hopefully. Just check the current range.
Pilot, air range, current range, 1,600 and 1,400.
Should be alright, hopefully. Well, if we don't have enough fuel, we'll just have to land a bit closer place, but we look good for now. I know I could have just loaded the full amount of fuel, but I don't like to do that. I just usually like to make it a bit more realistic by taking the amount you would usually have to get there plus extra for if you can't land or something like that.
I remember once when I was doing my currency, they kept giving me airport is closed due to technical failures.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there was one time when I was doing an approach and they gave me like 4 where they said you cannot land because there's a technical failure, so I had to circle. I was like, this is crazy. And then there was like bad weather as well, so they just wouldn't let me land. I had to keep pausing it and it wouldn't let me land. I was like, oh, that's another thing we've done. The good old low fuel flight where you take off with a really low amount, fly a certain distance away and try and get back.
Attention,
Oh,
you're
yes.
entering the turbulence.
Test your nerves with how much fuel do you dare take and try and get back.
I actually tested my nerve with a Beechcraft 1900D back in April, I think it was. I literally turboed it, put it in turbo mode, put it up to 4 pounder, 10,000 kilometers an hour, with full fuel on it. Within about 20 minutes it was gone.
Dear me.
Gone.
I did a, I think I flew from, where was it I flew from? Do you remember in that DC-3 when I had to turbo?
6786.
Enter the code. 6.
Oh yeah.
8,
Yeah.
6.
I turboed it and it was a DC-3 which we'd made. It was like really low speed and it just took all the fuel.
Climb and maintain 9,500.
Enter
Okay.
the altitude. 9.
5 0 0.
9,500.
Flyer 905 Echo, continue approach. Maintain 180 on the back side,
I wish there was an acknowledge button on this so that we
Oh,
could
hang
actually...
on. We should have someone else in the live chat. Let me just check if it's working. I haven't checked the live chat for a little bit. So that's probably why. Live chat is Oh, I see. Yeah, I have the live chat.
Who's in there?
123775.
Just a family member. No one outside family yet. Hopefully this channel will spread, but I'll keep promoting it. It is only the second day, but we've already got almost 30 views on the other one, so I don't know who's been viewing it, but there's a few extra people who must be from outside family in the channel.
Yeah, because I didn't share the link. I was commanded not to.
SK737, continue on your current course and altitude.
Yeah, I just think we'll let the we'll let people find the channel from outside the channel if they want to find it. I've posted it on aviation forums because they're, you know, aviation related.
Yeah.
How long have we flown or how much?
469 kilometers, 37 minutes, 41.
Well, almost been flying 40 minutes and we've flown, what did it say? 470 kilometres. People probably don't know what that is. See if you can find out what that is in miles.
SK737, descend to 7,000.
Right, descend to 7,000.
What was that?
470 kilometres.
What is 470 kilometres in miles? 292.04 miles.
Okay, so we've been in the air for 40 minutes. We have flown almost 300 miles. So we've travelled over the UK and we are crossing the English Channel to Guernsey. For people who've just joined, this is an Airbus A320 flight to Malaga, Spain.
Hopefully it ends well.
I'm sure it will. I'm very accustomed to handling these approaches.
But no, I've also requested a master switch because all these electronics, like the autopilots and radios, will be powered by a battery master switch.
Yeah, yeah. Surely he'll add it all. I mean, it is a balance because he has made a valid point in the fact that it is an audio game. We do use the keyboard, so we can't have every single possible feature in a plane that it would usually have. Because, you know, you just wouldn't be able to remember all the commands, and it's keyboard, it's not like voice commands with FSX where you can have anything. Oh, we're over Guernsey. It is where you have to use the keyboard, so there's only so many keystrokes you can use, but saying that, there are quite a few more things that could be added.
Hopefully he adds crash landing.
Crash landing, yeah. That would be cool. Where you can just crash land at any random place. Yeah. So we're over Guernsey. Where are we headed next? Oh,
English Channel.
That was a very small stop in Guernsey. In a second we'll be back over the English Channel. Right, climb, maintain 9,000. I haven't looked at the live chat for about 5 minutes, so if anyone's posted there, I haven't seen it yet. I'll look in a second. The reason there's a load of planes passing us at this moment is because we are near the St. Petersburg Airport. Right, I'll check the live chat.
Good afternoon, Ryanair 732.
You have entered the airspace of a new state. Identify yourself.
It will do that when you go into a new state. I don't know what we've just entered, but it's F2.
Identification confirmed. Welcome and continue in your present course.
To identify yourself to a new state.
English Channel.
I don't quite know what we flew into. I think it must have been Guernsey.
88 Europe, France, 6 minutes.
Right, after this we are headed to France, so we essentially flew over the UK, over the Channel, over a bit of Guernsey, back over the Channel, and then we're going to be in France. I'll put the music on then because it's French music. I'll see if I like it. If I don't, then we'll put some of my music on very quiet volume.
Ryanair 732, for the summit, Roger, Ryanair 73 uniform Yankee, continue approach, maintain 180 knots.
Oh, what has been your favourite flight you've done today? That was just a live chat question. Probably in a 2-week holiday a while ago, I did a flight to New York in a Boeing 747, which is, you've probably seen it, it's a very big aircraft. It does quite a lot of long flights. Probably that, because I had it set up, I knew what I was going to do exactly, I flew out at exactly the right time, and descent to 8,500. Yeah, I just got up to cruise, I had a 6-hour flight, I got some music on, just sat there listening to that, enjoying that. You know, it was the school holidays, and then landed in New York, which was the first time I'd ever landed there. It was the longest flight I'd ever done. So that's probably my favourite ever flight. Right, we are descending, we are descending.
I thought you'd done that.
No, I was just finishing answering the question, so I didn't put it in. That's probably my most memorable flight, at least. I've done so many, and a lot of them that I've enjoyed, but that's my most memorable. Right, we've left their airspace and we're in another one. 6584. What airport are we at?
St. Helena.
Oh, St. Helena's Airport. Don't know where that is. But that's who we are in contact with. Sorry?
Check what's to the left and right.
I'll tell you.
Jersey.
It's Jersey. St. Helena Airport in Jersey.
Enter the altitude.
We are in contact with.
0.
123 775. 775. Good day.
Flight level 80 for Baxo 1 Lima.
Flyer 905 Echo, good afternoon. Turn left and right to map.
SK 737, please remain on your course heading and altitude. Number 418 with the wind is 20012 and a low 5 out for departure, runway 28, sir. Takeoff, bye-bye.
Sir, take off 28.
What's your most memorable flight, Marshall?
For me, I think it was when I passed my check ride.
Oh yeah, we did check ride procedure on here, just a few stores and things. Made up a little check ride in a Cessna that we tested each other on, like to see how good we both were on here.
And I suppose when I first managed to ever take off as well, because I used to have so many problems with the takeoff.
Yeah, I remember when I first got the game, it was like I'd try and take off, I'd crash, I wouldn't be on the runway right, I'd get in the air, and then we'd just crash back to the ground. I had no idea how to take off. I wish I'd recorded that. Yeah, I wish I'd recorded that, because it would have been hilarious to listen to me being so stupid with it. Right, new frequency, 127.5. Oh, I didn't. There we go. What airport's that? Going to be for... I'll look on here actually. What airport are we closest to now, just to give you an idea where we are.
St. Brook Armour.
Oh, France. We're coming up to France because we're in contact with French air traffic control. I don't know what the airport's called. It's St. Broma. We're not in France yet. We're still over the channel.
35.
But we're quite close to France actually. 35 kilometres away. You can actually order a drink on this game. Let's try that. I'll call the flight attendant up to the cockpit. You'll hear the door open and they'll say,
What do you need?
There you go, what do you need?
White coffee.
Then a list opens with drinks. You've got white coffee,
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
black
Milk
coffee,
chocolate coffee.
milk chocolate coffee, chocolate, cappuccino, espresso, latte, a macchiato, whatever that is, and cola. So we're spoiled here. I think we'll have a chocolate drink.
This will take a moment.
So they've gone to make that. Right, what did we have to swap? Right, 4299, there we go. So they're actually gone to make the chocolate. And they'll bring that back in a minute. You might be able to hear the machine. Can you hear that?
Yeah, at first when it did that I thought it was a stick shaker. Saying that I was about to stall.
Right, we've got to climb back to 11,000, which is very high, which was our original cruising altitude, but they kept moving us around.
Here you are, your chocolate.
There we go, that's the flight attendant back with our chocolate. So now we can drink it, see if you can hear this.
What would you like?
What? Nothing. I've just had a drink, go away. So you probably heard us sipping the drink there. So we've drank that chocolate very quickly. But, yeah. Right, I'm still monitoring the live chat, by the way, if anyone's there. Just
But that was hilarious when we were both first trying to take off. Wasn't it? You there, Dak?
Yeah, I'm there. So I was just checking the
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
history, my emails and stuff.
Alpha Delta, contactez Bordeaux 123 630. À 330, 31 Alpha Delta, bonne journée. Free Yorkie.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
There we go, level at 11,000 feet.
You're in France, Bradford.
Oh, in France. Shall we get some music?
You have entered the airspace of a new state. Identify
Oh, we've got to
yourself.
identify ourselves.
Identification confirmed.
You're still there, you've gone very
Welcome
quiet.
and continue in your present course.
SK737, descend to 9,000.
Right, descend to
Enter the
9,000.
altitude. 9,000.
Let's put the music on. Oh, I have to turn the volume up.
4, 5, 7,
Turn the volume up.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Come on,
5,
up we go.
8, 9, 10, 20.
There we go.
30.
Alright, stop going up. Stop going up.
36, 40.
Right, that's French music for you. That's the music they have for France. Just in the background there. Are you still there, Marshall?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, it's alright. You just went very quiet before on the microphone. Get you into the mood of the country. Put in the live chat if you need it louder. But I think that's probably about right. We don't want it too loud.
Route en boîte, niveau 280 et 180, unité 32, 25.
Sorry? Huh?
Sorry?
Sorry, I thought you said something.
Yes, I'm just trying to sort my iPad out. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
not signed in.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
Right, how long do we have to fly
The
with
free Bay of
France?
Biscay 5 minutes.
Oh, not too long, and then we're going over the ocean again, which is French Ocean, the Bay of Biscay. Right, how much longer till we get there?
1,301 kilometers, Malaga 1HR 31.
1 hour and 31 minutes.
8,500.
Right, we have to descend again. 8,500.
8,500.
Check our fuel.
6,526.
Yeah, we should be fine on fuel, Marshall.
Sorry?
We should be fine on fuel. We've got 6,500 left.
Continue on your present course and altitude.
Okay.
330.
Alpha Juliette, montez vers le niveau 300.
SK737, you're leaving the airspace of our airport. We wish you a safe flight.
Got a chair in new.
I'm just checking my emails, by the way. That's why it's going to be quiet.
Set frequency.
new frequency.
132.4. 132.4.
Still there, Marshall?
Yeah, I am. You got me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just sounded like you were switching the mic off and on.
Right, yeah.
Is your iPad playing up?
Pardon?
Is your iPad playing up or something?
Yeah,
For anyone listening, I'll check the live chat in a second as well. Two people are watching, so we've at least got two. Whoever they are, thank you for watching.
which one? Which one's that?
It's all quiet on this plane.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Over the Bay of Biscay, which is sea. You might be able to hear the waves.
Looking good.
See how long we're over here for?
455
Oh, wow.
Europe, Spain, 32 minutes.
So we travel over this Bay of Biscay for another 32 minutes, and then we'll be in Spain. And it looks like we've got a bit of time over Spain. Relaxing wave sounds.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Until that goes off. You can just imagine resting like, you know, like a long haul overnight flight, and then suddenly it goes ding, entering the turbulence. You're like, ugh!
You're entering
what
the turbulence.
language is it? Well, the game, this game is in English, but you can get it in loads of languages, really. There's the person who created the game was Slovakian, so there was first a Slovakian language for the game. They recently released an Arabic language pack. Obviously there's an English one which we're using, and there's quite a few, so it's very compatible for a lot of people with different languages, really. It's quite good that they've spent time to do that. But as I travel over different countries, the ATC, which is like the chatter over the radio, will change to the language of that country. So for example, when I was just over France, it would have been French people on the radio. When I enter Spain, I'll get a Spanish ATC. So the game that I run is actually in English, but the ATC, the people on the radio, will change depending on what country I'm in. So hopefully that answers the question. Seeing as there's more people watching, I'll just say what I said earlier. This game, Eurofly, wouldn't have any video. I'm trying to get video because I know it's a black screen. I'm trying to work out how to do that. Hopefully I will soon. You wouldn't see anything even if I had video though, because this is just an audio game.
Mom.
But for the visual one, the visual fly simulator, you would. Another flight simulator that I have. So hopefully I'll be able to get video working, and I will be able to do flights, and you'll actually be able to follow along with some video, which will help you. Yeah, hopefully. Let's see. I'll see about getting some other music on in a minute. Airbus A320 we're flying, by the way, so quite a nice aircraft, just one that would do shorter flights like this, 3, 4, 5 hour flights around the world, different places like Europe, and you know, it wouldn't do long flights.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
As you could climb back to cruise now.
Yeah, what's our altitude?
8,500.
Yeah, we'll climb back up because we're over the ocean, so we will do a bit of
11,000.
we'll do a bit of climbing because we're over the sea. There's not going to be any other. Well, there's not going to be a load of planes around us. Yeah, I use a joystick for the flights, yeah. I can do, yeah. It's a... I can't remember what the actual joystick is called, to be honest with you. It's just about a £30 joystick, so you can get better joysticks. But this one is... this one's very good for what I want to do with Eurofly. It lets me control the plane moving up and down, left to right, and there's a throttle control, so how fast it goes, which I can plug in, and which is plugged in at the moment, by the way. But I'm not actually using it at the minute because we're just flying along, so there's no need to go messing about with any settings here. Of course, I can just use the keyboard to do the flight as well. Really depends on the flight. If it's going to be a very short flight, I won't bother rigging the joystick and everything up. I'll just use the keyboard. But if it's a longer flight with this Eurofly application, then I will probably have the joystick. Or if I plan to do a lot of, flying activity, like messing about with the aircraft, messing about with the speed, making it go up and down a lot, dive,
stalling.
Yeah, then I would probably use the joystick because it makes it easier, gives me a bit more control over the aircraft and what it's doing. And it can also be used with the paid simulator, the flight simulator one. Although obviously it's not quite as easy because I can't see the effect of what I'm doing. So other people would push the speed throttle forward and see the speed go up on the screen, whereas I can't do that. So it's a bit more difficult, but it can still be used to assist in flight.
It vibrates a lot when you do that.
Yeah, it does have force feedback, so if the plane's juddering about a lot, it will vibrate the stick, which is makes it a bit more realistic, of course.
How far are we out?
Let's see how far we're away. We are
1,102 kilometers, Malaga 1 HR, 17 minutes.
1 hour and 17 minutes away from Malaga. Fuel
5,825.
Yeah, will be good for fuel. Should be. We'll probably have about 1,000 to 2,000 litres when we get down.
How active are those passengers at the minute?
The passengers have gone quite quiet actually. There's very little sound from the bag. I think they've all realised that we're flying over the sea, there's not a lot to do, just go to sleep. Oh, there's a bit of noise from there now, but they're quite quiet.
It was good when you did that one to New York, apart from when Jason came halfway through.
Yeah, we had some problems with the Wi-Fi when I was doing the New York flight. That is a point to make. This game and the other flight simulator game, both my games can be played without Wi-Fi. So if you're watching this and you don't have Wi-Fi, or you think, oh well, that our Wi-Fi is a bit dodgy, it might not be great, well, you can play without it.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah. But no, he almost crashed your plane, didn't he? Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's damaged about 350 calls that we were on. Hasn't he? And he also managed to get your iPhone to send me a weird message about an error and Wi-Fi code equals. Didn't he?
Yeah.
I think I just got error o Wi-Fi code equals, then a load of numbers, and then user Jason Legaines. He definitely crashed a Cessna 172 on me. I sunk it because he was being an idiot.
The captain has informed us that we are entering a stormy area.
Oh,
For
wonderful.
your safety, we ask that
Stormy
you remind
area.
your seat
Let's put the
and
seatbelt
fasten
signs
your
on.
seatbelts. Thank you.
Seatbelt signs on. Put our own seatbelt on. Yeah, you can
Flying
probably
through
hear
clouds.
actually the rain pouring down on the aircraft, which is not a good sign. It will probably just bounce us around a bit, but we'll be alright.
But did anyone end up commenting last night on my knowledge of the 172?
I don't think we really got many comments last night, really. I didn't even realise you could do the live chat, but now I know. We've had a few questions on the live chat, and it's a place where people can just go and interact. I usually check it every 5 minutes or so. Oh well, I won't be checking it for a bit because this phone's just crashed. My phone's just crashed. Wonderful.
Oh,
Well, we are getting rained on here.
Attention,
you got to
entering the
reset the stupid
turbulence.
thing.
Yeah, I'll reset my phone. There it goes, resetting itself just quickly. Wow, oh wow, we are really... What's our weather?
Storm windy southwestern.
Storm windy.
188
kilometers per hour winds. Commercial aircraft are trained to, or not trained, they're not animals, are built to handle bad weather. You know. Interesting fact for you,
Entering the turbulence.
they actually can be hit by lightning many times. In fact, you've probably been on an aircraft if you fly, you know, at least once a year, that has been hit
Ladies
by
and
lightning.
gentlemen, we have passed the storm. You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
But they're built to withstand it easily, so it's not a problem at all. But they can be frequently hit by lightning, really.
But no, I've not encountered that yet.
My phone is still trying to reset, so I can't view the chat.
How far are we out?
About almost 1,000 kilometres. About another hour and 10 minutes, I'd say, because it's not long since we looked.
got your phone back up yet?
No, it's still being a pain actually. I don't know what it's doing.
Smash it up.
It should. It usually just resets itself, so I'll just see what it's doing. There we go, we're back on.
Good.
I think I'm ready for a new phone. Well, it's been a good phone, this one. It's good enough. It's just guessing a bit buggy. I'll see if I can get a bit of music on the live stream. Actually, I'll have to put the volume down. But I'll just check the live stream is still up. Because I haven't had access to this phone.
Do you want me to check it?
It's alright, I'm going in.
To experience increased turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Oh well, the seatbelt signs are still on, so...
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Just seeing it.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Right, I'll check our live chat.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
No, we have no other people in the chat. Yeah, I was gonna look at...
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
A bit of music.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
I think we get the idea we're in turbulence.
Folder view list OD Dropbox D Dropbox.
If you hear the screen,
you're entering the turbulence.
If you hear my screen reader, it's just because I'm putting some music on.
Recycle.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Recycle. Apple drop.
We get it, we're in turbulence.
Menu. Dropbox row 1 column 1. Dropbox window. Lord Aquilina dash 1. Lord Aquilina Echo Split. Lord Aquilina. Lord Aquilina. Lord Aquilina full split. Lord Aquilina.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Lord Aquilina kick split. Lord Aquilina kick. Lord Aquilina with Lord.
See how loud it is first.
Review item 2 of 6
Yeah,
level
it's a
1.
bit too loud.
Dropbox window. Lord Aquilina kick.
Really?
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Application. Media playback audio alt plus A. Playback alt audio mute alt decrease volume alt plus I. Decrease volume. Audio alt plus A. Audio mute decrease volume alt. Play audio alt mute decrease volume alt. Split play audio video alt plus
You're entering the turbulence.
audio mute alt plus F decrease volume alt.
Thanks for being on the
Playback audio
stream.
audio mute decrease volume alt. Playback alt title red text alt audio mute decrease volume alt. Playback audio video alt plus D. Audio mute decrease volume alt.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Right, that should be okay.
Mute play audio alt audio device audio alt decrease volume alt split.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
That's barely loud, so I don't see how that can get like copyrighted or anything. That should be fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence, and you may now
Media play
unfasten your
audio alt plus
seatbelts.
audio mute alt decrease volume alt plus D. Split.
Right, that should be alright. I can hear it probably better than you because I have headphones on the stream. Yeah, I've just checked. You can barely hear that. I can just hear it. That's all. Right. I'm just thinking we are flying. I'm just trying to see where.
181 Europe, Spain, 12 minutes.
Yeah, we've got a bit of time over this sea, so I'm just going to go and get a drink. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. I'll just leave this flying because we're at cruise, we're on autopilot, we're over the sea, so we will be okay, I promise. So I will go and get a drink, and I will just leave this streaming, and I'll be back in a second. Back on the stream. I have a drink.
You're entering the turbulence.
So the music ended.
Dropbox window. Items view list. VL's Dropbox drop type trademark profile code Dropbox drop VLC meet app.
What the hell? Okay. That has just deleted the flight. What has happened there?
Folder view list. Eurofly 4.
Okay.
Menu. NV. Exit X. Exit application.
Loading Europe.
Well that's annoying. Let's just get it back through.
Welcome to Eurofly.
Saving. Basically,
About
for some
Eurofly.
reason it's just removed the progress.
Task. Free.
1. Airbus A320.
I have
Glasgow.
no idea.
Set frequency.
Right, let me just get this
Pause.
back. 1 second.
Resumed.
Because that's annoying.
Europe. Faroe Islands. Faroe Islands. Finland. France.
I can get this back, it's okay.
Aiken
It's just I have to.
Anyacho, Angersloot, Angolco, Annecy, Morlaix, Avignon, Ostia, Beauvaitil, Berger, Béziers, Biarritz, Bordeaux, Brest-Bretagne, Brive-Soleil, Seine-Calvi, Carcassonne,
Oh, well, that's a
Castres,
pain.
Challenge Battery. Chamber,
That is a real pain.
Dinnet, Doljura, Figuri, Renault, Ildu, Lamo, Lar, Lanyon, Leal, Limoges, Lords, Leon Braun, Loading Asian, Mars, Leo, Metz, Mont, Nance, Nice Code, Neem Garens, Paris Orly, Cal Pyrenees.
Well, I could have done without that.
Perpignan, Poitiers Bayard, Campere, Rennes, Rodez, Rouen, Saint-Tate, Strasbourg, Toulon.
I'm trying to see where we were last at the
Germany,
airport.
Greece, Villette, Tours, Perpignan, Ribe, Salts.
I don't know where it was.
Scotland.
Where were we?
Sweden.
I've got to see where we were.
Switzerland, Sweden, Spain, Vitor, Czech Republic, Spain, Austria, France, Poland, Iceland, France, Lords, Poland, Spain, Switzerland, France, Toulouse-Blagnac, Czech, France, Cal Pyrenees, Czech, Spain, Bilbao, Sweden,
I'm just trying to see where we
France,
actually were.
Germany, France, Biarritz, Pays Basque, Czech, Spain, Poland,
To
Sweden,
see if I can
Spain,
get it back.
Czech
That is
Republic,
so annoying.
France, Austria, France, loading Australia, France, Rodez Marseille, Austria, France, Renault Noblizera.
Okay, I know what we'll have to do. Which is
Scotland, Jersey, St. Helier, 750
very annoying.
Europe, new 100.
But we will just have to get it back from here.
130.2.
The flight.
And 1, 3, 9, 3, 2,
4,
1. Enter
8,
the code.
5, 3, 6.
5, 3, 6.
Identification confirmed.
Enter the amount of fuel. 9, 0, 0, 9.
That is very annoying.
559, you want to come back? Yeah.
0,
Ready.
0. Enter the altitude. 5, 1. Enter the alt 5.
209, wind 24011, runway 22 right, up and
Enter the alt
What?
5, 0, 500.
There we go.
Automatic navigation on.
Europe, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain,
Rider 180 Yankee,
Madrid, Malaga, destination set.
SK737, you are clear
Oh,
to take off from runway.
Right, here we go. I can get it back. It's
Fasten your
just...
seatbelt.
Oops, seatbelt's on.
12.
What I will do is just
Done.
accelerate back
Ladies
to
and
where we were.
Welcome aboard the Eurofly aircraft. We will be taking off in a few minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
SK737, you are clear to take off from runway 3.
I will just get us back to the point where we were and continue. So we will have lost out only about 10 minutes of time.
2.
I think the reason was there were so many windows. I tried to close one and close the other one. I wish it would give you a dialogue to ask you whether you want to close it, because I didn't really want to close it at all.
3.
Well, that's not really a properly successful flight.
3.
We will get down and land properly, but I will probably delete this video after I've actually finished the stream, because it won't be completely correct. Right, let's go. Let's just get up in the air, let's climb back up, and let's just sort this out.
SK737, you are clear to take off from runway 3.
Right, it is
141.
fixable. Lucky.
100 0 slash 0 slash
Right,
0
let's get
slash
airborne.
0 0
I'm essentially just taking off again from an airport where we were close to. Flaps and gear up.
SK737, climb and continue heading east.
And then I will just get us back on to where we need to be. So it's
247.
Takeoff successful.
It's not the end of the world.
Climb to 500 and set heading towards your destination.
It is a bit annoying, but there we go.
17, 9 right.
Right, we're back on course. Let's see how...
1,400.
Yeah, okay. I've just got to get us a little bit further than we were. Because where we've took off from is just about 200 kilometres. Which is about...
SK737, continue on your course.
Probably about 100 miles. We've just lost out. So I'm going to just speed us up to full power and then just get us back to where we were. So, at least it's fixable. Although, yeah, it is a pain. Right, we are back over the English Channel. But don't worry, I will get us further than that, because that's, you know, we were further than that. I know where we were. We were over the Bay of Biscay in France.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully lifted off and you may now advance.
Right, seatbelts off.
During the flight, our staff will regularly walk through the aisles.
Right.
So please get their attention if you would like to ask a question or need anything. We wish you a pleasant flight.
So I'm now speeding us up very, very fast, which you can do in the game. Speed up faster than you usually would, so that we can basically just get back to where we were, and we're not going to lose a load of time due to the fact that the window with the flight accidentally closed.
32 Europe, France.
Right, okay. I am going to speed us up.
Out of clouds.
Get over here.
30 kilometers, 1.
So this is, you know, it's, I'm just
23.
Still safe this flight. Right, keep speeding up, speeding up.
You are leaving the aerospace of our
You have entered airspace of a new airport. Squawk 5218.
Sorry if anyone's actually posting in the live chat. I'm just focused on getting us back on course.
SK737, descend to 7,000.
Altitude 7,000.
So that we can actually get across here.
1.958 Europe, France. 120 Bay of Biscay, 1 minute.
Yeah, we'll get back on course.
6,000.
This is still doable.
SK737, continue on your current course and altitude.
Here we go.
96 feet.
Yeah, we'll get back here.
SK737, you are leaving the airspace of our airport.
Set frequency.
New 133.3.
133.3.
178 Bay of Biscay.
Yeah, we will.
You have entered the identification confirmed.
Identify.
Welcome and continue in your present course.
Yeah, we'll be alright. I can easily get us back. This is the advantage of Eurofly. I can still easily
Bay of Biscay.
get us back to where we were. Just speed us way up.
1,200.
Otherwise, we would have been done for with that flight. It was that music that got in the way. The window with the music was in the way of this window. I won't do that again with the music. That can just go away. Stupid music. Well, not the music. I love that song, but yeah. Here we go. We are back where we were. Now I know how far we were as well. We were just about 1,194. So I'm going to just keep flying at this very high speed, and then just let us get back to where we were, so that we don't go further ahead than where we were too fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are comfortable and happy with our services. We are now flying over the sea. The weather outside is very nice, and you can enjoy a nice view of the blue waters.
1,151.
You have entered a new airport. Clock 7517.
517.
Identification confirmed.
Right, we've got them. Let's just keep flying a bit more at this speed.
1,130 kilometers.
Checking how long we've got to the destination, so that we can actually just get the distance back that we deserve back. No more. It's exactly the same plane, exactly the same setup, so don't worry, We haven't switched anything like that.
The airspace of our airport. We wish you a safe flight.
1,093 kilometers.
Right, we were about here, so I'm going to switch the they call it turbo mode, the very high speed mode off, and we are back on the flight plan we were on. Phew. Well, that took a bit of getting sorted, didn't it? Well, hopefully it didn't set us back too far, but that was a pain. See here how. Right. There we go. We are back on course. What is the name of the flight simulator? I've just seen in the live chat. It's Eurofly, EUROFLY. I've just seen that Marshall's answered it, but it's Eurofly. You can download it if you put it into Google. Just put Eurofly. The website.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Should come up. Eurofly. If you just put Eurofly audio game, it should be there. And there is a topic on the audio games website about it. So if you have any questions, go there, or you can just leave them in the live chat, and I'll be happy to answer them. But are we back at normal speed?
870.
Yeah, we are back at normal speed now, because I had to go like turbo really fast to catch up, since I lost the flight. Let's just pull back our power a little bit.
841
because we want to be at cruise.
845 crosswind.
A little bit more power.
849 cross.
That's the speed there, 800. So it's 804. There we go. We're at
850 crosswind from
850 kilometers per hour. You can probably hear the passengers. Weather.
Clear windy eastern.
Clear windy eastern.
85 kilometers
85
per hour,
kilometers
cloudless.
per hour and cloudless. So we are
1008 kilometers Malaga 1 HR 11 minutes.
1 hour and 10 minutes away from Malaga. It's about where we were before we lost the flight, so we're good. What's our altitude?
7,004.
7,000 metres. We could probably do with climbing, and seeing as we're over the sea, there's not many planes around.
Enter the altitude.
Enter the altitude into the autopilot. We'll go to 11,000
0,
metres, which is
0,
a good
11,
high altitude for cruise. There we go. And I will definitely leave this window open on the computer. I won't bother closing anything else. I'll put the ocean sounds back on again as well, since we're flying over the ocean. When we get over Spain, we'll have some Spanish music. There we go. Ocean sounds. I'll keep you entertained a bit. A little bit more. Just a tad. Right. We are still climbing.
9,461/11,000.
You heard it say one number, then slash. 11,000. That was our altitude. So we're at 9,400, whatever it said, climbing to 11,000. And if anyone actually wants a full tutorial of this, how to fly it, because a lot of these videos I've done so far are just assuming you know them, I will be happy to upload a tutorial. About joysticks and controllers, well, as long as it has a USB plug that can go into the computer, you download an application called Joy2Key. So essentially, Eurofly doesn't have mainstream joystick support built in, but if you download Joy2Key, you can set it up so that, for example, if you push the joystick forward, Joy2Key will kind of press the key when you do that action. So I have mine set up so that if I push the stick forward, it will press the up arrow, meaning the nose will start going, will start moving. Or I have it also set up so if I push it, say, left, Joy2Key will virtually press the left arrow, so the plane will turn left. So as long as it has a USB, the joystick will be compatible with that as long as you use Joy2Key. If you just use it with Eurofly without Joy2Key, nothing will happen. But with Joy2Key, you can set up a profile with all the hotkeys for the joystick that you want it to do.
Set frequency.
Right, new frequency there.
New 127.7.
127.7.
7.
That's for the next airport, which will be coming up soon. So we are on their frequency, and we are
940 kilometers.
940 away from Malaga. Almost just an hour away. So we've almost done that. I suppose if the joystick is Bluetooth as well, because I'm not familiar with Xbox, if you have a Bluetooth computer which will accept that, it possibly would work. I've never tried it, I don't know, with Bluetooth joysticks.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
It just uses a screen reader, by the way, as well, so it has a built-in SAPI voice which it will use, or you can set it to use NVDA or JAWS. So that's how you read all your instruments. the passengers. Right, how far to Spain?
144 Europe, Spain, 10 minutes.
10 minutes and then we'll be in Spain. And we have quite a way to fly over Spain by the looks of it. About another good 40 minutes then to fly over Spain to get to Malaga. So it must be like, for this route, you go into Spain and then right across, or almost right across Spain to Malaga. I guess it must be that on the other side from this route.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering a stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you recline in your seat and
okay,
fasten the
seatbelt signs on.
Thank you.
With Control B, fasten your seatbelt.
Done.
So we are
Flying
here we
through
go.
clouds.
Rain's coming down on the aircraft now.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
There are some really good weather sound effects for this, especially if you get into thunder and lightning and stuff. They're pretty good with the aircraft as well. It's quite realistic for that. Out the weather? We might be out the bad weather. Oh no. Weather description.
Storm windy northern. 158 kilometers per hour. You are in the clouds.
Up in the clouds, so that probably doesn't help. Oh, there we go.
Clouds. We have passed the storm. You can now relax.
There we go. We're out the bad weather. Seatbelt signs off. Take our own off. There we go.
Off.
We'll just leave the seatbelt. Not the seatbelt. Leave the sea ocean sounds on. Fuel.
6,739.
Yep, we'll work out fuel, 6,000 litres. about that, and I'll obviously be doing the descent and landing, probably starting about 200 kilometres out, slow descent, and we will land this plane in Malaga. Push 2 hours on the stream, that's just, oh yeah, we're past 2 hours.
Spain, 3 minutes.
3 minutes to Spain. Can we at least get some music? Time I do a stream, I have an idea how to get video, so for those who are watching, you can see I will try to get video, even if it's a Eurofly stream, this game, and you'll just be able to see the word Eurofly. At least I'll know video works for when I use Microsoft Flight Simulator, which has pictures of the aircraft. It's a bit difficult to get it. I think you go to the website, go down to downloads. It should say something there when you go into there about English. I think I downloaded the game, then possibly got the English language pack. If you get the actual installer, so there's a lot of ones there that are fixers. If you keep going down till it says full version, get that, install it, then there's another section I think called language packs. Just make sure you install whatever language pack you need, English probably, and that should make it English. The download page is a bit of a pain to navigate. I found it a bit confusing, but you get there in the end. I think it's the version 175, I think it is, which is the latest one they've actually done that's the full installer. All the other ones that they've done might just be like fixes for people who already have it installed that you can just get for the existing one. But I think, don't quote me on it, but it might be 175 or it might be earlier. It's the one where you can actually get the full installer for the full game, and then when you open it, it'll just prompt you and say, "There's an update to such and such version," and you'll just update that way.
Europe, Spain, Cantabria.
Oh, Spain, oh, there we go. That's
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
You have entered the airspace of a new state. Identify yourself.
F2 to identify ourselves. Spain.
Identification confirmed. Welcome and continue in your present course.
Turn the music down just a little bit.
37.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that we've crossed into European airspace. We wish you a pleasant flight.
32, 30, 25. Euskal Autonomia Erkidego / Comunidad Autónoma Vasca.
It's definitely translated into quite a few languages. You just have to get the game and then try it if it's in like Slovakian, which is the default language, I think, because of the fact that it's a Slovakian developer. You go to where it says language packs, and there's quite a few. I think they just released one today. It's like Arabic, but there's a few there to get, including English.
Castillo y Leon.
Right, how much further have we got?
723 kilometers, Malaga, 51 minutes.
51 minutes to Malaga, so a cross-country Spain journey. how far are we? About, like I said, about 48 minutes. Help groups. Well, there's an audio games topic called, I think it's something like Eurofly First Geographical and Atlas Flight Simulator, because this also has a map you can just like virtually walk around, but I use it for the flight simming. There's a topic there where people can help you. There's also a mailing list you can sign up to in English for the game, but it's a bit difficult to sign up because you have to send an email to an email address, but I forget what the email address is. It's quite a long address. So the audio games topic's probably the best. I'm on there, so I can always post links and things to help and for installations. And there's documentation as well on the Eurofly website. If you go to the bit where it says Help Centre, there's an audio tutorial, but there's also documentation guides. I think there's helpful keys. There's yeah, the hotkeys are quite important when you first get it, because there's a lot to remember, or at least it felt like it for me. I was just, oh, there's too many hotkeys, this is ridiculous. I think I uninstalled the game about 3 times because I thought this is just rubbish, but I kept at it. You memorise them. There's not too many really, it's just getting used to it. But that help document, I just kept referring back to that to remember what the hotkey was. It's just like a sequence that you memorise. ATC at the moment, by the way, just because we're in cruise, so they don't need to give us any altitude changes. But the autopilot is on, so that's
aerospace of a new airport. Squawk 8094.
Right, we have to squawk for them. 8094.
Identification confirmed.
Right, they may tell us to climb or descend now. You can hear voices on the radio which are
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
Oh no, they've told us to continue on our present course and altitude, so we're good where we are apparently. With the Spanish planes you can hear.
SK737, descend to 9,500.
Right, we have to descend to 9,500. Let's just put that into the autopilot instead of doing it manually. 950.
9,500.
Right, that will take us down to there.
Landa 2 Alfa a la salida, protección para 9 bordo 605, 67, hora de despegue 0940.
Way more than enough.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude. SK737, climb and maintain 10,500.
Oh, that's a plane that just went past because we're obviously close to an airport. Right, we've got to climb and maintain 10,500, so we'll put that in the autopilot. 1, 0, 5, 0. 10,500. A lot of planes going past. We're probably close to
Burgos.
Oh, Burgos. wherever that is. Somewhere in Spain, obviously. There's a little plane. That ding that you just heard with no voice following it just means you've reached the altitude that you told the autopilot to be at. So we're at
10,500.
Yeah, 10,500. I'll try and put into the autopilot. I could have done it manually, so use the joystick. Use the joystick or the keyboard to make the plane climb or descend. But it's just use the autopilot. This is a commercial plane that carries passengers, so it's quite sophisticated. Not the most sophisticated. There are bigger planes up here which have more.
Descend to 10,000.
Right, they want us to descend to 10,000.
Enter the altitude.
1, 0, 0, 0. Here we go. Going down to 10,000. Just losing 500 meters there. This is all probably just to avoid other planes. That's probably why we're doing this in this game. Yep, we're at 10,000 now because that ding, so the autopilot took us down to there.
me confirma nivel que... Corrijo, me confirma la velocidad que vamos a tener en ruta.
So,
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
Yep, we'll stay where we are.
613 kilometers, okay. Malaga, 43 minutes.
SK737, descend to 6,000.
Oh wow, that's a big drop. Okay, well there we go.
Enter the altitude.
Altitude 6, 0, 0, 0. Right, there we go, we've programmed the autopilot. Some common hotkeys you'll use if you play this. R tells you your current speed.
850 crosswind.
If the radio is a bit loud,
850 crosswind.
That says 850 crosswind from the left. So 850 is our speed. If you press Z,
9,187/6000.
That's our altitude.
SK737, you are leaving the aerospace of our airport. We wish you a safe flight.
Right, we've left their airspace. So that tells us, the reason there's two numbers there is because we've programmed the autopilot. So it's telling us what altitude we're at and what it's programmed to go to. If we weren't using autopilot at all, it would just tell us what altitude we're actually at.
8,433/6000.
There we go. So we're at 8,433/6000 because we are going down to 6,000. T will tell you your nose angle. If it's a positive number, you're in a climb. If it's a negative, you're in a descent. So if I press it now, minus 15, so we are at
You're entering the turbulence.
minus 15 degrees nose angle, so we are descending at a 15 degree rate, basically. The maximum you can go up or down with the degrees is 50. 40 is very high and it will set off an alarm. 50, you crash because you've slapped the nose off the plane, basically. But we're just descending slowly, minus 15, because the autopilot's taking us down to 6,000. They're the main keys anyway. There are a few others. F tells you the frequency. So they're all in the documentation, so... Home increases your speed. End will decrease the speed. This is free flight mode, so you can free fly around
Flying through clouds.
But there's also
You're entering the
a
turbulence.
tasks mode. So obviously you're in this Eurofly airline. So there are tasks to do, flights you have to do. You start off in very small planes with no passengers, just learning how to take off and land. And then as you get bigger, that's the wind by the way, you can hear. You will start to go in bigger planes with passengers for the Eurofly airline. And as you do more tasks, you get more planes for free flights. So I have all the planes because I've almost done all the tasks. There's about 90 tasks to do. Then after you've done that, it will randomly generate tasks for you to do.
We may start to experience
but there are
turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts.
there are about 90 preloaded tasks.
Out of clouds.
Or where there's like a story.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
They'll all give you like a task briefing and say, well, today you need to take passengers from
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
England, fly them to Germany, and then fly from there to Italy, something like that. You know.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
But you have to do the task to get more aircraft unlocked for free flying. So that's kind of the incentive.
You're entering the turbulence. Attention, 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 you're entering the turbulence. Set frequency. Attention,
Okay,
you're
set
entering the
frequency.
turbulence.
132.2.
132.2. A lot of turbulence up here.
Attention, you're entering the
We'll be alright.
turbulence.
You might sometimes see your altitude go up and down. And if we didn't have the autopilot on, we'd be
Attention, you're
going
entering the
left to
turbulence.
right a bit more. We wouldn't always be on course for our destination, but because the autopilot is on, auto navigation,
Attention,
it
you're
will
entering the turbulence.
work to keep you on course all the time, which is handy in this weather.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
I don't know what it has to keep telling you in turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence and you may now unfasten your seatbelts.
Oh, seatbelts on. Seatbelts on.
Off.
Western, 140 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
Gray clouds 2,337 meters below you.
So the clouds are below us, but it's quite windy up here. We could land in this wind, but it would be quite difficult and dangerous, but it's alright. There we go. Sounds like the wind's died down.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Right, I'll be back in a second. So I'll just leave the streaming and I'll be back. A minute. There we go. Bit loud, really.
Comunidad de Madrid.
Oh, I think we're over Madrid. Let's see, if we press 1,
Europe.
Tells you the continent. 2,
Spain.
Tells you the country. 3 tells you the kind of the whole big state.
Comunidad de Madrid.
Oh, so the state we're in is Comunidad de Madrid. And then if you keep pressing along the numbers, it will give you more info. So 4,
Provincia de Madrid.
the kind of, I suppose, city. Then 5
Pinola del Valle.
will tell us the village or the town,
Pinola
whatever.
del Valle.
Pinola del Valle, that is.
Pinola del Valle.
Yeah. So they're all Spanish names, but the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will give you information on various scales about where you are.
You have entered the airspace of a new airport. Squawk 3753.
Enter the code. 755.
Identification
See
confirmed.
how far we are.
470 kilometers,
470
Malaga, 33
kilometers,
minutes.
33 minutes. So, bit to go yet, but in a bit we will start thinking about descending a little bit. And obviously to land we have to slow down. So that takes a while.
SK737 climb and maintain 10,000.
Right, they want us to climb a bit, so 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 10,000 into the autopilot.
Recibido, ataca Perú 964. Con la prueba Rocker, ¿qué estima?
I like this plane, it's a very... I've flown a lot of this, it's good sound, it's good auto systems, it's all good aircraft, the A320 series.
Izquierda 35, 26, 95, la 1102.
Claro que buen día. Salida Torul 1, transición Urino. Restricción mantiene nivel de vuelo 060 hasta 20 millas
Glad
por
we
hora
managed to get the flight back now after the window closed, because that would have been really annoying if we were all like, we were halfway there and it just went. That was pretty annoying, but just get it back to where we were. See what heading we are on the compass as well. S
187.
So 187 is our heading. Compass. You imagine it's obviously 60 degrees. You've got north, south, east, west. That's our heading towards the airport.
Detrás del tránsito, no importa, estamos autorizados a ocupar y mantener. Está 1-1.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
400, autorizado a robar plataforma, Foxtrot, punto espera piso 11, en el punto espera 118 decimal 05, buen vuelo.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
229 kilometers per hour. That is very high wind speeds. Well, we wouldn't be landing in this.
SK737, descend to 6,000.
What did I say?
SK737, descend to 6,000.
6,000.
6. 0. 6,000.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
380 hasta Rosario, a
4 alfa la salida, restricción 060. Salvo 6, código transponder 1715. Copa 364, posición 9, solicitar primer proceso.
443. Superficie Taca Perú 9T4.
Recibido, confirme libre.
Estamos listos para remonte de Guatemala.
Pregunta de 5 de 3.
Hay de 25 3 a 380.
Argentina 02, recibido. Plan uso 11, por favor, confirma horario de retraso.
X-Ray 3, por la pista 11, llamaremos iniciando procedimiento.
Copa 364, muy buenas, autorizado despegue, libre ascenso 340, el viento 1 grados 8 nudos. Autorizado libre de sexta, me llamo marcador, 41028.
1028,
Fuel is
5,131.
Horario de despegue 0950, copia permiso.
Oh well, we're out of fuel anyway. The sappy voice is always the clearest. I should probably set it to like MVDA for future flights, really.
380 Roger, estamos estimando 1002. ¿Podemos volar directo, por favor?
Correcto, vamos a volar.
Avienta 087, recibido, típico mercado de salud. Autorizado despegue.
Autorizado a pegar pista 11, la fila 4.
Correcto.
I wonder if the flight attendants will be drunk.
Acto radar, señor, cruzando 200 a nivel libre a
Could do that,
350,
so
que le estima corta.
we'll have one.
Recibido,
What
puede
would you
continuar
like?
Yeah, what would
con
you like?
plataforma en posición 10.
And a list of things, white coffee,
Black coffee.
black coffee,
Milk chocolate
SK
coffee.
737, continue on your present course and altitude.
Chocolate.
chocolate,
Cappuccino.
cappuccino. Let's just have
Milk chocolate coffee. Black coffee. Milk chocolate coffee.
This will take a minute.
Okay, so the flight attendants just have to get it.
Argentina 11416.
Adelante, inicial.
SK 737, climb and maintain 8000. SK 737, you are leaving the airspace
Okay,
of
we've
all
left
airport. We wish you a safe
Set
flight.
8,000 into the
altitude.
autopilot.
0, 8,000.
Probably the machine. It's making thing.
Here you are, your coffee with chocolate milk.
Oh, okay, we have the drink. Let's see if we can have a sip. Yep. There we go. Wish it was real. Limited drink service. Shouldn't be too far at all now. Oh, I think we just reached an altitude. didn't we?
8,002.
Yeah, we're at 8,000 meters.
And 60 kilometers, Malaga, 25 minutes.
Yep, 25 minutes away. I checked that with Control N. That tells you your distance from your airport and the time until you get there. Control Enter shows you the properties. This is quite an interesting window actually, so I'll just let you listen to this.
Free flight.
Free flight.
Pilot. Declan. Airbus A320.
That's
Category
the aircraft.
2.
Airbus A320, which is a Category 2 aircraft. There's 3 categories. 1, no automation. 2, quite a bit. 3, full autopilot. This is a 2.
Number of seats, 180.
180 seats.
Number of passengers, 135.
That's how many passengers we have.
Starting weight, 63.0 ton.
That's our starting weight.
Current weight, 74.7 ton.
That's our current weight.
Maximum airspeed, 870 kilometers per hour.
Max airspeed.
Range, 6,100 kilometers.
That's the maximum range, 6,100.
Maximum altitude, 12,500 m.
12,500 meters is max altitude.
Takeoff speed, 241 kilometers per hour. Landing airspeed, 241 kilometers per hour.
That is its basic takeoff and landing speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering a stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you recline in your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the basics, takeoff and landing. Then you have current takeoff and landing, which is what it is with your current weight and passengers and fuel. So
current takeoff speed, 252 kilometers per hour. Current landing airspeed, 252 kilometers per hour.
So the basic, say, takeoff speed will be 241, but because we have fuel and passengers, it's 252.
Fuel tank capacity, 21,960 L.
So that's the maximum fuel tank capacity.
Fuel level, 4,915 liters.
That's our current fuel, so the maximum is 21,960 litres. Our current fuel level is 4,000 something litres, because I didn't put a full tank in. It's not a long flight, this, it's just a kind of medium range.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
If we go down again.
Current range, 1,137 kilometers.
That's our current range, so it's basically with the fuel we've got how far we can go.
The door is closed.
Then we can see the door is closed.
The brakes are deactivated.
Brakes are off obviously because we're flying.
Flaps are retracted.
Flaps are obviously retracted there, like little panels on the wings that can help to slow us down.
Landing gear is up.
Gear is up obviously because we're not trying to land yet.
The belt is unfastened.
The belt is unfastened, that way it should be fastened, but I'm showing you this.
Audio navigator is off.
Audio navigator is off. These are autopilot systems.
Auto navigator is enabled.
Auto navigator is enabled because
attention, you're entering the turbulence.
We do have autopilot on.
Transponder 3,750.
And then we can just see our transponder code and frequency that we're currently on, which is 132.2. So we'll escape out of that, which is a helpful dialogue with lots of aircraft properties to look at. We'll do Control B as well to put the seatbelts on because it's quite bad weather here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed the storm. You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
How far are we?
304 kilometers, Malaga, 21 minutes.
Oh, haven't made any adaptations? Yes, a lot. So, I've made a lot of new aircraft with a friend of mine. I've made a lot of new aircraft, a lot of new sounds, and a lot of new the passenger sounds you can sometimes hear were added by me to make it better. So on the Audio Games forum, on the topic, there are Dropbox links to download the new aircraft folder and new audio folder with the new aircraft and audio folders for Eurofly, so that you can get new aircraft, new sounds. This aircraft I'm flying at the moment, the Airbus A320, is their default aircraft. I I did make another A320 with a bit of a better sound than this, but this sound is perfectly fine. It's good, realistic, and so I'd like to fly this one as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may start to experience increased turbulence.
Again.
For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Seatbelts are... oh, they're already on. I just switched them off. Let's switch them back on. There we go.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
But yeah, I've had the game since about January. I used it for about 2 months in its original state. And I realised I could actually mod it.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
So I made new sounds, new aircrafts for things, which I uploaded to audio games. And I'm always
you're entering the turbulence.
Fiddling with them and changing the sounds, so they're usually always uploaded every so often to audio games.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Okay, new frequency.
130.7.
130.0.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
100.
There we go. Yep. Just put that in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence, and we may now unfasten your seatbelts.
Oh, okay. Someone just says they can't hear me. On a text message. Well, I've just checked the live stream. It's all right. I can hear it myself. I think. I probably talk quieter when I'm just entering numbers or something, but. I know this microphone's not fabulous, but it's alright. Can you hear me? Is that okay, the level? Put in the chat if that's okay. I have to see if I can get the levels up if it's not loud enough. Or I could always turn the gain down. Yeah, okay. Is that better? Can you actually hear me? Let me just check on my phone if I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear myself on there, so it should be alright. Refreshments, well, I don't know if you heard the bit where I just got a drink. I got a milk chocolate coffee. There's a load of drinks you can get on here. Coffee, you can get chocolate, Coke. I've had a coffee, yeah, milk chocolate coffee. And in real life I've had 2 drinks as well. I'm not actually controlling the plane at the minute. The autopilot's doing most of the work. I mean, there's not a lot to do because we're just cruising towards our destination, really. Just make sure we're on course, which...
1 right on 100.
Yeah, it should say ahead.
Ahead on 1.
Yeah, we go ahead. So we are directly facing the airport.
You're entering the turbulence.
I just monitor it, I suppose. But yeah, it's been a good flight, really. It's going okay. Yeah, the levels should be alright now. I mean, I've checked it on my phone, I can hear myself okay, so that's working. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's the aircraft as well, so it's possible that it's just a bit overpowering me. We haven't got long left of the flight. Let's see how far we've got.
220 kilometers.
220 kilometers, Malaga 15. It'll probably be a bit longer than 15 because we'll have to start slowing down at some point. But we are good for now, a bit longer. We don't have to start descending quite yet. Yeah, okay. So, someone... Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm alright because I've just looked back at it. It looks alright, okay. Oh, here's the wind.
Windy southern. 171 kilometers per hour, grey clouds 4,183 meters below you.
It's W to check the weather status, which gives you a weather report. Wish there was a few more music tracks to choose from because it just keeps replaying. I would just put some of the music on, but I'm not risking losing this flight again. So we'll leave it as it is. Quite close, keep seeing how far we are.
189 kilometers.
Okay, 189 kilometers. We'll make it quite a slow, gradual approach, but we're all right for now. We don't have to descend. It's what I was.
Andalusia, 8,009.
Yeah, plus we're quite low. We're only at 8,000 meters, which is well, it's high up, but it's easy to descend from here. It's not like you have to start really far out. Hopefully this wind clears up, I can still hear it.
Windy northeastern, 131 kilometers per hour, grey clouds 3,541 meters below you.
Well, I'm glad we're not in those clouds then. We will be soon, hopefully they've cleared up. Oh, we should check fuel as well.
4,151.
Okay, coming up to 4,000 litres of fuel, so we're good. If we had to go much further, I'd be a bit worried, but we're alright. Probably got about enough fuel to travel another just under 1,000 kilometres if we absolutely had to. So if we had to divert, or if we have to hold around the airport for weather or anything, then we'll easily have enough. Okay, distance.
156 kilometers, Malaga 11 minutes.
Okay.
1009.
Still 8. Let's descend to 7,000 meters, so
Enter the
we'll just make this a gradual descent.
7, 0, 0.
Put that into the autopilot. There we go, at 7,000. So it descends quite quick. There's no rush. And even if we are quite high up, and I think the autopilot will descend too slowly, I can always take manual control and force us to descend a bit faster. Because the autopilot will climb and descend at maximum 15 or minus 15 degrees. So like I said, you can go up to 50. 40 is you'll set off a warning because it's quite low or high, but you can still do it. So we can always descend a lot faster or climb a lot faster if needed. Distance
133 kilometers.
Okay. We'll wait till about 120 and then we'll descend to about 6,000, 5,000-ish. And then it really depends for slowing down. I'll probably slow down about 25, 20 kilometers out.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
It's quite simple to slow down. You just pull back until you get to the right speed to land, but you just have to account for the right amount of time. Obviously, if it's a very small plane, it will have a lot of speed. You can easily slow down. A bigger plane like this got a lot more speed. Oh, there goes that wind again. Check the weather.
Windy eastern, 138 kilometers per hour, steel grey clouds, 2,232 meters below you.
I've got steel grey clouds plus winds. Let's
114.
Yeah, let's get down
Enter
to
the
about
altitude.
Let's go 5,500.
5, 9, 0, 0, 5,500.
There we go. Setting the autopilot.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
When we get a bit lower, I'll probably manually fly the aircraft down. Just because if you have to do like a go around, which is if you're ready to land quite low, you have to pull up and go around to fly around again because of weather or because you're not cleared to land, then it's easy for me to do that manually instead of having the autopilot to mess about with. Okay, at 5,500. Distance
98 kilometers, Malaga 6 minutes.
There we go, crossed the 100 mark. And
ahead on 188.
Yep, so we're still ahead, which means we're still facing right at our destination because of
flying through clouds.
The autopilot helping that. Let's descend to 4,500.
4, 5, 9,
0, 0.
4,500.
To use the autopilot altitude, you do Alt Z. Obviously Z is altitude, Alt Z. Brings up a box, you put in your altitude. That tells the autopilot what to do.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
It's all judgment, this really, how far you descend. Can you descend slowly or take a big plunge at the last minute? Right, I'll check the live chat one more time before I start the sort of landing bit. Yeah, okay, someone else says they can hear me, so good. Okay.
74 kilometers, Malaga, 5 minutes.
74 away.
4,499.
Let's just take it down
Enter the
to about 4,000 here.
0. 4,000.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
If you are flying manually, up arrow will push the nose down.
Out of clouds.
If you think of pushing up arrow as being like pushing something forward, you're pushing the nose downwards. If you press the down arrow, you're like pulling it back up. So that's how you manually fly it with the altitude. And obviously left and right is just left and right to turn the aircraft. In a bit, ATC will contact us, the Malaga Airport ATC, and they will probably tell us to descend to final approach altitude, which is 100 meters. That is where you descend to, get clearance to land, and then actually land. So that's what we're aiming for, 100 meters. Okay.
57 kilometers.
57. Let's descend a bit more. It's 2,000 actually.
2, 0, 0.
Oh, whoa.
Enter the altitude.
Flying through clouds.
That again.
2,000.
I was trying to descend to 0 there.
Out of clouds.
That would have caused a crash. Okay, oh, that weather is good. Weather report.
Heavy rain, windy northeastern. 45 kilometers per hour, black clouds 324 meters above you.
Not very windy, it's just heavy rain. So we should be alright to land with this.
You have entered aerospace of a new airport. Squawk 2496.
Okay,
enter the code.
24996.
Identification confirmed.
They'll tell us to get down to 100.
This is your destination airport. Descend to 100 and contact Terra to request landing clearance at 2 kilometers from the airport.
Yep, so they've told us to get down
Ladies
to that.
and
The
gentlemen,
flight
we are
attendant will
approaching
also
our destination
inform
airport
the
and
passengers.
Please fasten your seatbelts,
Flying
set
through
your seats
clouds.
in an upright position, and close the tables in front of you.
Out of clouds. You're entering the turbulence.
Wow, was that thunder? Alright, let's get down to 1,000.
0, 1,000.
I'm sure I just heard thunder. Of the game. Yeah.
Thunder, strong wind eastern.
Oh, good.
40 kilometers per hour, steel gray clouds 331 meters above you.
Right, well, we won't be landing in this yet. Hopefully by the time we get there,
36 kilometers,
36 away.
Malaga, 2 minutes.
It won't quite be 2 minutes because we've still got to slow down. Hopefully it will have cleared up.
1,083/1000.
Okay. Let's just manually descend a bit. So if I push up arrow about 3 times and then press T,
-5.
that's our nose angle, -5. So we're descending at -5 degree nose angle. So just a slow descent.
869.
That's our altitude.
839.
Pressing Z to see that.
815.
Distance.
28 kilometers.
28, so we're alright on speed for a bit.
756.
Okay, let's just keep going down. Let's get down to almost final approach, although this weather's not looking good. The weather makes it more difficult to control the aircraft. It can push it down and around quite a bit.
631.
Okay. 631 meters.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
455.
Altitude.
Drizzle fresh breeze northwestern.
Okay.
35 kilometers
It's only a
per
drizzle,
hour.
this.
Steel grey clouds 2,684
So hopefully we'll still be able to land.
above you. 347.
47.
20 kilometers.
20. I'm just going to pull back on the power a little bit. And then I'll properly sort the speed out in a second.
231.
After I've done the altitude. Tell you what, let's just use the autopilot.
9.
Just put
1. 0. 100.
Put 100 in there. Our current speed
789 crosswind.
789.
Free
Right,
flight.
let's go into the aircraft properties.
Range. Map takeoff.
Scroll down to landing speed.
Current landing airspeed 251 kilometers.
251. So we'll escape out of that. Pull back on the throttle.
99.
There we go. We're level at 100. Or just about.
726/652 crosswind.
So our current speed is 726 and we are slowing down to 600 and something. Just because I keep pulling back. I just hold my finger on the end key, which will keep pulling back on the throttle. Check how far we are.
9.79.
9.7 out. Right, we really do need to slow down. Let's get some flaps out to help us slow down. Control F.
Done.
Probably hear them bumbling out. That's on. So they're coming out.
476/300.
Okay, we're still slowing down. Almost.
Right.
So we are slowing down to 351 here.
7.444.
7.4 out. Okay, we've got some quite bad weather. Stormy wind.
70 kilometers per hour. Grey clouds.
Okay.
2,400.
Yeah, this place is experiencing very bad weather. Right, we're at 351. Let's slow down a bit more. Still got to slow down.
360/305 crosswind.
5, just keep going back.
279/234 crosswind.
Bit up. We don't want to stall. If you go too slow, then the aircraft won't have enough speed.
264
It will
crosswind.
stall. Right, there we go. Back a bit more. 152, just back a tad.
Crosswind.
That's about right there. You can be around the speed, it doesn't have to be exact.
4.318
Okay,
kilometers
4.3 out. Altitude still 49.
Stormy wind southeastern. 70 kilometers per hour. Grey clouds.
Okay, we've still got some bad weather, but we are at the right speed. We've got flaps out. We just need to get clearance, but I bet they won't give us clearance with this weather, so we may just have to hold. We will see.
2.455.
Okay.
Stormy wind southeastern.
Okay, if only this weather will just start clearing up.
Stormy wind southeastern.
No, we are...
1 point.
Right, let's just turn the autopilot
Automatic navigation off.
Let's bring our flaps up again. That will help us just have a bit more lift for the bad weather.
Stormy wind southeastern.
I'll check.
SK737, this is the control teller. We are experiencing heavy traffic and do not have
They may
any
give us
valuable
clearance.
runways. SK737, you are clear to
Oh,
land.
they have given
I
us
repeat,
clearance. Maybe
you are
we
clear
can
to
just
land.
about get down. Flaps out. Landing gear down.
0.08.
Okay, we've just got a bit of runway left. I'm going to push the up arrow.
-12.
Done.
That says minus 12. That's a good descent rate.
59.
Keep monitoring our altitude.
42. 34.
Here we go.
26. 18. 11. 3.
And
Landing successful.
we are down. You can hear us rumbling along the runway. Speed, pulling the throttle back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have landed at our destination. Please remain in your seat until the aircraft has come to complete stop. We hope you were satisfied with our services and hope you fly with
Right, we're
us.
slowing down to
Have
a
a nice
taxiing speed. If you press K, it'll tell us where we are on the runway. So basically,
-911.
minus 911. So we want to get to the parking position, which is between 0 and 100. All the minus positions are the runway.
-664.
Let's keep doing that.
-608.
until we think we're there. Right, we'll bring our flaps up whilst we're taxiing, because we don't need those anymore with Control F. You can hear those rumbling up.
Minus 402.
Minus 402, so we're getting close to the 0 and 100 parking position. Right, let's bring our speed
minus
back.
244.
44. If you overshoot the parking position, you can reverse back.
42.
42 speed.
Minus 144.
44.
Minus 112.
Minus 112.
Minus 80.
Minus 80.
Minus 61.
Just getting ready to completely bring the aircraft to a stop in the parking position.
Minus 18. Minus
right,
3.
There we go, minus 3. 8, so they're positive numbers. Let's bring it to a stop.
Parking position.
There we go, we're on the ground. That's it. Engines shut off. There. You can hear them going off. Seatbelts off. Take our seatbelt off. And that is the aircraft brought to a complete stop. You can just hear the engine slowly going off. And people in the aircraft. So we'll open the doors with Control R. Doors are opened. You can hear all the aircraft. Right, that noise you can hear is the rest of the flaps coming up, and the slats and all the other things on the wings, the panels. Right, they're all up. Let's onboard the passengers, get them off. You can hear them walking off. So the engines have been shut down with that's page up and page down switches them off. I switched them off as soon as we stopped. Everyone is getting off. You can just hear all the aircraft around.
Keep taxiing on Juliet, please. Taxi away from the runway, Juliet.
It's just other ATC you can hear. Right, you might have heard it just say 0 passengers. We can close the doors. Whew, there we go, silence. No engines. We are stopped. Everything's off. Other than the radio. So we've landed, we've successfully done everything. We will do F4
About Eurofly.
to exit.
Exit.
We will exit the game. So that is it. We touched down and the flight was successful. So I hope you've enjoyed the stream. There will probably obviously be more of these. Any questions I'll hopefully be able to answer in the comments or in future streams or in whatever way, you know, through that. So we will
profile colon untitled profile colon untitled dash scenes colon scenes dash open broadcaster
end the stream
list,
here.
List scene exit button inclusions global source start edit scene checkbox stop streaming button settings button stop streaming button.
Thanks to everyone who's commented and just watched the stream. Hopefully the channel will grow more as we do more videos. Bye.